Flora Rundle was a widow. She was 71 years of age. She had no children, and she was very self-reliant. Her sisters tried to contact her, but were unable to reach her. So the two of them actually drove over to her place. As they approached the front door, they happened to notice that the front door was ajar, about 3 inches wide. They knew that was very unusual for Flora because she always would keep her door closed and locked. As they entered into the residence, one of the sisters went into the bathroom. Flora was lying on the bathroom floor, unclothed, with a pool of blood around her. One of her sisters actually picked up the telephone to try to contact 911, but the line was dead. A deputy sheriff verified that she was deceased. He also noticed the residence had been ransacked. Some type of a struggle had occurred. There was damage to the door, indicating that there was some type of forced entry. Her telephone line, which was connected into her residence, was cut just above the eave of her home. The deputy believed that this was some type of a suspicious death and contacted the homicide unit. Later on in the investigation, the autopsy revealed that Flora had been stabbed 11 times, probably with a knife 6 to 7 inches in length. We're back in the late 80s. Back then, there wasn't DNA. So as far as fingernails and swabs being collected, they really couldn't determine much. I really believe detectives did everything they possibly could back in the 80s, and it just kind of came to a point where they didn't have anything else to go on. They're just kind of at a dead end. Today, technology has greatly advanced. After reviewing the case, I realized there were fingernail clippings and there was a pair of slacks found on Flora's bed at the time of the crime that potentially could yield DNA. I submitted those 2 items to a private lab for testing. They were able to determine that there was DNA from an unknown male on Flora's fingernails and also on her slacks. There was a match on the DNA, and the match came back to an individual by the name of Gary Dean Hilfiker. So I started doing research on Gary and realized that he was already in the Utah State Prison for another murder that actually occurred in 1992, so it would have occurred after Flora Rundle's murder. His parole date for the 1992 homicide was April of this year, 2022. Thank you. Hey, Gary. My name is Ben, and this is my partner, Todd.
There you go.
Gary was very well versed with the criminal justice system. I wasn't going to be surprised if he would have just asked for an attorney, and that would have been the end of the interview. The case that I'm investigating happened back in 1989, and it involved a lady by the name of Flora Rundle. Her sisters found her deceased. I believe during that time you were a cab driver.
Yeah.
Since that time, obviously, technology and different things change, and I was assigned the case. I want to be able to take your side of the story.
I vaguely remember this person. I remember her from work.
Did you take her places sometimes?
Right.
Okay.
I know I've done some stuff out there, but I don't know if I did this. I can't say I did or didn't.
He was so stoic and not really volunteering any information, which made it an extreme challenge. We were concerned that he might not give us answers. So I'm looking for things that really mean something to get him to trust us. I know during that time you were involved in drugs, but I also know since that time, Gary, that you've been involved in religion. I know you have found Jesus Christ, our Savior, and I know you changed your ways. Part of repentance is admitting what we've done. And what I want to talk to you about is what happened and why it happened.
Okay.
You're not a bad guy, Gary.
No. I'm a bad guy. That's why I'm in prison.
Wouldn't it be nice for people to actually see a change in you since you have found Jesus Christ? The old Gary was the one that didn't remember anything, but the new Gary is taking responsibility.
There's a lot of things I've done I don't know why I did.
When I started leaning into the faith with Gary, I could tell that he was conflicted. I could tell that he was either on the verge of saying, I'm done, take me back, or he's going to talk to us. There's no reason for your DNA to be underneath her fingernails. There's no reason for your DNA to be within her house.
Why else would my DNA be there? Like what you said, that I was there. I went there at night and broke in. Looked in the front door. She got up, asked me what I was doing. I told her I just wanted some money. And then I seen her purse, and I went to get it, and that was when the struggle began. I think I pushed her. She went down. I got the money, and she got up, grabbed it, and then I pulled out my knife and I killed her.
Did you plan on killing her?
No,
Why Flora?
no reason in particular.
We were extremely happy that Gary admitted to murdering Flora Rundle. In this case, we just talked to Gary and we treated him as a human, and I truly believe that's why we got the results we got from Gary.
I was going to ask you guys if that you would be with me.
Sure. Be happy to.
Yes.
We ask the Father in heaven that He will watch over Gary and give him the comfort that he needs as he's made great strides since his past. And we say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
It is with deep sorrow and regret that I write this to admit my responsibility in Flora's death. At the time when I murdered Flora, I was addicted to cocaine and drinking alcohol. No excuses. I was still responsible for my actions. I am deeply sorry.
It's very nice, Gary.
Very good.
I want to thank you both.
I pray that you will find peace within yourself, knowing that you did the right thing today. These types of cases really emotionally take it out of you because one wrong move or one wrong word said could shut down the interview. Fortunately for us, Gary continued to talk and did the right thing for the family and everyone else involved. He pled straight up guilty to the charge, and he was sentenced to life without parole. And of course, the parole date for April of 2022 for the other murder was revoked as well.